So strings are a sequence of characters, and so far you have seen our strings surrounded in double quotes. Strings can also be surrounded in single quotes. And keep in mind that programmatically, there is no difference between the single quotes and double quotes. So let me show you an example. Here we have double quotes, and if I check the type, it is a string. So now I'm just going to use single quotes instead of double quotes. And if I check the type again, it is still a string. So the only reason why I prefer double quotes over single quotes is because let's say I wanted to add an apostrophe in here. So instead of I am coding, it will be I'm coding with an apostrophe. So as you can see, this will give us an error because of this apostrophe over here. It is getting mistaken for a close quote. And one way we can get around this problem is to use what we call an escape character. And that basically means we're going to put a backslash right before the apostrophe. So let's print this out. And as you can see, it prints out perfectly fine. So there are other escape characters that we have available to us. One of them is the \n, and this \n basically means we are creating a new line. So it's the same as, let's say, hitting a enter key on your keyboard. So let's try this out. \n, and now if I run my code, as you can see, everything following the \n goes onto a new line. Let me show you another escape character that we have, which is \t, which is a tab character. So if I run this code, it has created some space here. And the space is not very visible, so let me use this in a more interesting example. So in this example, we have a few \ns, which are going to create new lines, and then the \t and the \apostrophe. So you'll kind of get an idea of what this text is going to look like once we run this code. So once I run this code, as you can see, it is formatted by using these escape characters. So another thing we can do here with our string is to use a triple quote. And you may be wondering what exactly is a triple quote, because you've seen what a single quote is, and you've seen a double quote, but a triple quote is essentially 3 single quotes. And this is used to basically have a string that can span more than one line. So a multi-line string. And when we use a multi-line string, we don't need to include new line characters. Every single time we hit enter, that is basically going to be a new line. And the \apostrophe is no longer needed because we're indicating that the beginning starts with 3 quotes and the end is also 3 quotes. So having an apostrophe here will not interfere with anything. So if I run my code one more time, As you can see, it runs perfectly fine without the new line characters and the apostrophes. So sometimes in Python, we create comments using the triple quote. Since Python does not really have a way to create multi-line comments, a trick we can do is to use the triple quotes for a multi-line string. So let's say we have some type of string that goes over several lines like this. This could essentially be a comment because we are not assigning this value to anything. So when we run our program, this will have no effect on our program. So this essentially is sometimes used as a comment in Python.